Does your snare drum sound like this? Now before you get your wallet out and buy a new snare drum, I've got some tips and tricks for you today to save your money and possibly save your snare drum. I'm TobyJonesDrums and welcome to my channel. Alright, and if you're new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button. That'd mean a lot to me. I'm less than 20 away now from getting to 100, so if you can hit that, that'd be great. Okay, so what even is dampening anyway? Let's look this up on Google and see what it says. It says, make slightly wet. Nope. Make it less strong or intense. Not really what we're after. What else does it say here? What is the dampening effect? Damping, the gradual reduction of excessive oscillation, vibration, or signal intensity. Yeah, okay. So let me talk to you about that. So we all know that drums and sound in general, they vibrate. That's what they make. That's how they make it sound. So if we reduce the amount of vibrations it's making, then it's going to reduce the amount of like overtone kind of sound that we don't want, like this, and create more of a sound that we do want, like this. So now we know what we're trying to achieve. Let's go about some ways and do some experimenting and see where we get with our results. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds of methods for dampening. You can literally just cover your snare drum with anything. I've got a few things for examples here, but literally just try anything and see what it does. It's all personal preference. You can literally do anything. I'm only going to do a few here, otherwise we could be here all day, but I've just got a few for you. For reference today, we're using the Black Panther by Mapex. It's 14 by 6.5 and it's hammered brass all the way around. I've also going to be using a Audix i5 as my mic today. No other mics or anything. And I've put that mic really, really close to the rim, so we're actually getting a lot more overtones than you actually hear with your natural ear. So the sound that you'll be getting from what you'll be listening to is going to be the worst case scenario in a way. So actually, if you just put what and do what I've done, it's not going to be as bad as it can be to your ear. The skin that I'm using on it is an old one. It's a bit dirty. It's just an Evans heavyweight. So let's listen to what the snare drum sounds like on its own. Okay, so it's nice, but not quite what we're after. The first thing we're going to be using is a wallet. Now, a level wallet will be better, and you can either have this closed or open. It literally does not matter. We're literally going to throw this on the snare drum, kind of as a last resort, really. If you turn up to a gig, your snare sounds awful, this is what you can do. This is what it sounds like. So what you can kind of see is, the more surface area of that snare that you're covering, the more dead and dry that's going to sound. So you can have the wallet closed, but if you want it more dead, you can open up the wallet so you're covering more of that snare. Next, a little bit more risky, but again, last resort kind of thing, try using your phone. Now, I know some mates of mine have hit their phones. Luckily, I'm not one of them, but you can just have your phone on the side and it will work as well. Let's see what that sounds like. You do want to be careful with this because obviously if your phone hasn't got a leather casing or anything on it, it will just slide, and you do want to be careful about that. But it does do the trick. So if the snare's not sounding great, it will work. Next is probably the most expensive option, but might not be. If you've got an old drum skin or a skin you're not really using, just cut the inside out of that. As long as it's the same size as the head you're placing it on, just cut out the middle of it and place that over the top. Now you're actually covering the entire rim of that snare drum, which is where all the resonating is coming from. Well, most of it anyway. Most of that resonating is coming from the rim of that snare. So if you cover all of it in just another head, it's not going to come off or anything like that. So just cover it and let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so the next one is, there's endless possibilities for this, but I'm actually going to be using felt and a t-shirt. They're kind of just two examples, but you can go from a hoodie, a tea towel, literally anything that you've got lying around, just like a rag or like a dust cloth or something, just literally anything and whatever you prefer. You can use toilet paper if you want to. Lots of people do use that as well. With the felt, you can get like a strip of it, and you can put that underneath the skin. That way you haven't just got like a bit of cloth flying around. So what I did, and what I have got on my toms as well, is I've just got a strip of that felt going underneath the skin, not too tight, but quite tight, and then the skin is then placed on top of that, so it's not going to fly away. You can get some felt I got my felt from a furniture store. It was literally £1 for like 15 centimeters square. And I got a whole lot of it because I find it really useful, especially in this like closed environment. I haven't got a lot of soundproofing, so all the walls are just bouncing loads. So I have to put this dampening underneath my skins. All right, let's try the cloth and the t-shirt put together. Okay, and now for the most popular one is probably just dampener pads. These you can just buy literally anywhere, and you just place these, 1 or like 5, how many you want really, and just place these around the drum. As I said, more towards the rim is the more you're going to dampen it. But you can just put this wherever you please, as long as your stick doesn't actually make contact with the pad. You can just literally put this wherever. Let's see what that sounds like. You can use stuff like tape, but I haven't actually got any tape, so I can't use this as an example today. But literally just put some tape, try and bunch it up as well, and just put this, you can put it all over your snare if you want to. It literally does not matter at all. Just all creativity and personal preference. Okay, so that's all the methods that I've got down and recorded for you today. But now let's actually compare these one by one and see what, 1, you prefer, and 2, all the differences as well. Let's listen to those right now. It's crazy how much just a little bit of material can make the whole snare sound. And obviously, I haven't tuned the snare differently at all. It's just all the same tuning, and it's quite a high tuning as well. So the higher, the more resonating it's going to be, really. So if you just want to kill it all completely and you haven't got any of these things, you can literally just kill maybe the bottom 2 lugs facing you. Just kill those 2 lugs, and now also just deaden the snare completely, so you haven't got any resonating. Another thing to consider, if you haven't done this already, but those tension lugs on the very sides of your snare drum, this one's got 2, but if you just got on 1, where that snare lever is, just tighten that up. Maybe I always used to do it max, but you don't have to do it all the way through. And that way, that's just going to tighten those snares onto the reso head, so you will get more of a tighter sound as well, if the snares are sounding really, really sloppy. Alright, that's all from me today. This tips and tricks I'm going to try and make into a series, so I'm going to get loads of these, not just for drums, but like all kind of gears and video kind of things that we can do. Just try and get loads of these tips and tricks kind of things out, because they're really useful, and I can make short little snappy videos that you can just watch and you can enjoy and learn loads from as well. If you want to find the gear that I have used for this video, please go over to my website. There you can find literally a list of everything that I've used for all my videos. And also, if you want to find more about me, please do follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. There you'll find all the latest updates from my channel. Once again, I've already said, but please do hit that subscribe button. I'm less than 20 away from getting to 100, so if you can do that, that'd be absolutely amazing. Alright, that's all from me today. I've been TobyJonesDrums, and I'll see you in the next one.